friends. Happy Monday. Hope today was an awesome day for you guys. Hope it went smooth without issue, no problems. It is cold in Texas. Super cold. I think in my building today it was about 25 degrees. And I'm a fat guy, but that was still cold. I was still freezing. Magician Lord. Never played it before. Don't know anything about it. Side scroller, beat 'em up, action adventure. There's not too many games that aren't sports games or fighting games on the Neo Geo. It's kind of their thing. That's what they're known for. You know that, like Metal Slug, which... Ooh, died on it. This is an arcade game, like I said, so it's quarter based, so as long as you got quarters, you got continues, you know what I mean? Gonna change into a I guess that's a dragon? Okay. And there is some great fighting games on the Neo Geo. But Metal Gear Solid is kind of my go-to for the Neo Geo. I think that's the games that define the system. I didn't know anybody that had a Neo Geo growing up. I do remember playing at the arcade. Dang. You know, if you go to an arcade that had a Neo Geo cabinet, it was super cool. It's very Kid Chameleon-ish to me. Yeah, I think the Neo Geo cabinet that used to be at the Aladdin's Castle arcade by us had 5 games in it. I know there's a Baseball Stars. There's 2 Metal Slug games. Was it Bubble Bobble? Suppose it. I don't remember what the other one was. Maybe it. This arcade was a fairly decent sized arcade. You know, and there was a Super One grocery store too that had a Neo Geo cabinet, but it had a Metal Slug. It had some soccer game on it, and again. Oh, they also had the Punisher arcade machine, which I thought was freaking crazy.
Face your trial by God.
I think if they would have tried, man, they could have made an amazing Castlevania game on this system. The system was powerful enough, man, to turn out some bangers if it wanted to. But I don't know if it was listed to have support or what it was when it came to this console. Because I feel like they always half changed it. I feel like they just took the easy way out. Because it was way more powerful than the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis and the NES. But there's amazing games on NES. But I feel like on this, they were like, meh. Or maybe that was the thing. They just wanted to stay with what they knew. They wanted to stay with the beat 'em up, you know, fighting, because there's fighting games all over this thing, and they're great. Granted, they're pretty much all the same game, but they're great. Maybe look at the graphics. The graphics are good. The sound is good. Dang. Oh man, this one hit thing. And then everything on the screen at once. They were coming after your quarters, bud. They were coming after your quarters. Come on. Let's pretend like I got all the money in the world. Yeah. Sounds good. Looks good. Feels good, Ricky Bobby. Let's go up. I know that door was for me to exit out, but let's see where we can go. Check this ladder. Yeah, listen, we're getting there. We're growing. We're expanding. I don't know what game, like, I don't think Neo Geo had a mascot, for one. And I don't know what game represents the Neo Geo. Like, you know, Sonic is the Sega, or, you know, Mario and stuff like that. You know, you'd get, well, what was Gex? That wasn't Neo Geo, that was Panasonic or 3DO. Man, Metal Slug is probably their... Oh no. How'd he die? Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know who the mascot for 3DO would be. Dang, I died. Little rickety raggedy ladder. You know what game I want to play, man, is Legend of Zelda, or Link on NES. The second Zelda game. I never get into it, man. I start playing and I'm like, oh god, this is difficult, and then I never follow through. Same thing, I want to finish Earthbound. Gosh, so many games I want to finish. I want to finish Earthbound. I feel like every time I get started on Earthbound, something comes up. There's this game I really want to play. It's called Look Outside. And it's supposed to be like a scary Earthbound. It's on Steam. I don't want to spend the $6, man. Especially if I can spend $6 on a game for the boys, or, you know. Oh, did not expect that. On launch, we needed a spike ceiling. Oh, come on, dude. Do I die when I hit this? Nope. I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't know I was going to go up and go right back down. legs work. Got him!
I'm destined just to die.
Wow, that was kind of bleak. Yeah, come on. Dang it. Alright, let's see. There we go. You know how mad I'd have been burning through all my quarters on this? None of those games are a quarter a piece. They're usually 50 cents. And we had Aladdin's Castle. We had Tilt. But we had this one place called Electronic Party Palace. Electronic Party Palace, and it was in this little shopping center, man. And it wasn't like a, it was weird because they had like tables. They sold like the little weird Dungeons and Dragons figurines and stuff, on the dice and all that. And they had tables set up, and they had like comics, but then they had you could rent video games. You could rent all kinds of video games, but what was really cool, I mean, come on, what was really cool, I mean, even as an adult, I look back, I'm like, man, that was genius. They had like a Sega Genesis, a Super Nintendo, a Sega CD, and they were on timers. They had all these games, and each one was hooked up to a TV. And you paid, I think you paid by like 30-minute blocks. And you know, the timer would go off or whatever, but you got to choose your game. They put the game in the machine. You got to sit at the table, you know, your chair. So freaking cool, dude. Like, genius. Because think about it, man. If you wanted to play something you couldn't afford, I was Sega $299 when it came out or something. Like, you couldn't afford $300 on a Sega Genesis. You wanted to play though, dude. Like, and you know, at that time, Blockbuster and them weren't renting out. Weren't renting out video game machines. That was a later thing, you know, like. And I don't even remember them renting Segas or anything. The only thing I remember them renting was Nintendo 64. So, but yeah, man, I think it was 30-minute blocks. You pay by the 30-minute block. Dang. That's a little goldfish thing I was talking earlier. Yeah, so you rent it by the block, man, you play, but he even had the Super Nintendo Super Scope, which I never knew anybody that had that until it was obsolete. I mean, he had it like at the top, at the heyday, man. He had cards, he had all kinds of stuff.
That power is powerless in our presence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, forget this dude. He looks like a Baby mouse with no fur. Yeah, I should just aimed up. Hit him with that heat. Yeah, we had Tilt. It was a cool arcade. That was at the mall. But growing up when I was a kid, like the mall was the place to go. You had people that ruined it for everybody. You had those kids that came there to cause issues, and then it was like, oh, you can't be here without an adult, which sucked because, you know, I remember, you know, my mom dropping me off and my buddy off, or his mom, or one of our moms taking us, dropping us off. Somebody's mom took us. Yeah, who knows, man. I remember when they did the whole, you gotta have an adult thing with you. You gotta have an adult. That's gonna stink for us, dude, because we're some degenerates. And, yeah, after that bowling alley shut down, after that arcade shut down, we had a bowling alley that was cool. It was down the street. You know, I don't really care for bowling alleys because I don't care for bowlers for the most part. They're just not that great at people usually. Like the league bowlers are the worst, man. League bowlers just don't make me feel nice and warm inside. So, but there was a fairly decent arcade, man, inside that bowling alley. Like they had some Killer Instinct, they had Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Man, but you know, one of the things that's most iconic to me is the sound of that change machine. That you drop a 5 in there, man, or a 10, and you're like the king of the arcade, man. That machine makes that noise. Everybody's looking. Those coin machines, man. You know, the silver with the wood grain sticker on it. That thing. That was boss. That's where it was at. I see them on Facebook Marketplace every once in a while for sale. I'm like, what would I do with that? I mean, like, there's nothing I can do with that, dude. What am I gonna put a coin changer in my garage? Yeah, that bowling alley though. I worked there later on. They got rid of the arcade, and it was like the only thing they kept were like the redemption machines, you know, for tickets, because they're making money off that. And so they had skee ball and stuff like that, but that arcade shut down. It's everything kind of went by the wayside when it came to arcades, man. I mean, you have things like Cidercade or whatever, right? There's a free play arcade. I take the boys to. They really enjoy. That free play arcade is pretty cool. But it's like $15. They've got a great selection of games. Like they really do. I think it's $15 a person. Yeah. But it's free play, so $15, and then you're in it to win it. You know what I mean? Just ran through that. Dude, that was a trick. Yeah, so free play arcade, it's like 15 bucks a person or whatever, but you know, you can stay as long as you want, you play all the games. Some of the games, man, the thing is with those arcades is they don't really do the upkeep like you would expect them to, right? But they also are not making money off of it like they would be if it was coin driven. Excuse me, because if it's coin driven, because I'll tell you, man, if I go someplace and I drop in 50 cents to play around a Street Fighter, right? And then the joystick doesn't work, I'm like, hey, come off my 50 cents. But, you know, a place like free play where you're not putting any money in the machine at all, you're less likely to complain about it, I guess, is where I'm getting at. At least I would be. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to another game. Because they've got probably, that free play arcade we go to, they have probably over, man, 150 arcade games. And that's not, I'm not counting like, that's counting actual games. That's not counting stupid stuff like the basketball or skee ball or air hockey, or that's just like legit like arcade games, you know what I mean? So and some really cool ones too, like the elevator action, and like they got some really good games. They have a really cool Final Fantasy game that I've never seen before. They have like the Smash Brothers arcade, which I've never seen. Just they got some cool stuff, man. So dang it. Dang it. That dude's got some energy. Dang it. No, but they got some really interesting arcade games, man. So, you know, and there's like Side Arcade, which you go and they make all their money off alcohol, right? But I don't drink. I don't do drugs, I don't have a gambling issue, you know what I mean? Three ex-wives, nothing like that. So that really is not appealing to me. And they've got food, but their food is over trashed, like overpriced, like CC's Pizza.
You persistent guy. But your
Persistent
life
guy.
ends right now.
But your life ends right now. Oh my god, this looks... Some of these animations are just... yuck. They just didn't care. How many, I know that was like, we were in the age of bits, right? How many bits was 3DO? 16-bit? Was it 32-bit? Was it 64-bit? Because this looks like bit of crap. Dang, that was a good dad joke. So the boys are trying to make chicken noodle soup that you hear in the background. But I asked them 10 minutes ago if they were hungry, and they both told me no. Because if they played their cards right, I was just going to take them to go get Taco Bell or something for them, so they didn't have to do that. But they decided that they said they weren't hungry, and now they're scavenging for chicken noodle soup. Whatever, I'm not judging. Do your thing. Do your thug thizzle, I guess. Okay, see, some of this looks really good. Like the backgrounds look really good. Some of the illustrations look really good. Some of the enemies look good. That last bad guy looked, I mean, looked like old sandwich meat. I don't, with eyes. I don't know how to explain it. Even that frog, his animation was awesome. Mouth open, jump down, jab me with the little wizardry-doo. The little murder stick. These little frogs. My friend moves very quickly here. Ninja that throws grenades. A Viking that throws a water balloon. Magician, magical ninja, assassin, something or another. It's on it's on Neo Geo. It's pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's awful. No, we've played worse. Yep, that was worse.
Also, I think part of that was it was a giant
Yeah, possibly. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's see. This is not the worst thing we've ever played. So I am not upset. So you can say chicken thigh? Not today, loser. So I go to pick up my daughter from school the other day, and she has a friend with her. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even tell that story because it's messed up. But I will tell you a funny story though. So today I deal with truck drivers all day long. they're usually in a bad mood. I'm not. When they're in a bad mood, I find it funny because I'm like, you're getting paid $100,000 a year to drive a truck from point A to point B. You can't be that pissed off. So, drivers like, hey, calls me, which they have my number. Majority of them. I'm running late. So okay, that's all I ask. If you guys are running late, you need to let me know so I can make arrangements. I can move other trucks around and all that fun stuff. So he calls me. He says, "Hey, I'm running late." All right, cool, thanks. Yeah, traffic's horrible. Okay, I get it, but your job is to drive a truck and get from point A to point B. You should take traffic in consideration. At least that's how I feel about it, right? Like, that's just how I feel about it. Like, how long it takes. You have a GPS. You should know how long it takes. You should be prepared for that. I hate arriving to places late. Like, I despise not arriving to places on time. It's just how my brain is. I'm like, no, man, we got to get where we need to be on time. Like, and it's just me. It's just a weird thing I have. So the driver shows up. He shows up late, and he tells me how horrible traffic was. And I'm like, well, yeah, I get it, man. He's like, yeah, all down here, down there, blah, 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 blah. And then I have a rule about not letting them use my bathroom. So this building that I'm in, it's just me. There's nobody else in this building. It is just me all day long. I deal with the occasional, like the drivers, but I don't mess with anybody. I don't talk to anybody. I don't work with a group of people. I don't, you know what I mean? So if like I die in there, I die by myself and nobody realizes I'm dead until it's too late. I'm not really worried about that. I'm just being funny. Anywho. So he's like, I use your bathroom. And I was like, nah, man, you can't use my bathroom. And I've got a couple drivers that I deal with on a daily basis, right? That I let use the bathroom. But what happened is I was letting some of these other drivers use the bathrooms and they were destroying them. And especially the drivers that drive from out of state or out of town or whatever. I tried having a little compassion, let them use the bathroom, but they like bathe in the bathroom. Like, it's kind of over the top. They bathe in the sink, I guess, and the floor's all flooded. Well, I had a guy the other day use it, and he just defecate and destroy. I mean, that bathroom was in such bad shape, to the point where I had to actually call plumber out. I don't know if he flushed 50 pounds of toilet paper or a t-shirt or a child. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he did, but it was, oh my goodness. They wanted all your corners on this game. Anyways, so he destroyed the bathroom to the point where I had to come get a plumber out there, and that put me in a bad mood. So I was like, okay, fine. So I was like, no more using the bathroom. But there's a couple I'll let use the bathroom. Good guys that I deal with on a daily basis, whatever. So, he's like, can I use the bathroom? And I was like, nah, man. And he's like, well, can I have a place to sit down and eat? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I had to stop and get breakfast. So this dude was late. Not because traffic was horrible, because he had to stop and get breakfast. He stopped at Whataburger. And mind you, he's in a full-size 18-wheeler tractor trailer. You can't drive through the drive-thru, so he had to park on the side of the road somewhere and walk over to this. And Whataburger. If you've ever dealt with Whataburger, dude, it is like dealing with the government office. It is like going to the DMV. You're waiting in line, baby. You are waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. You get a number and they don't call your number until you're on the verge of giving up. So, that's why he was late, because he decided that he wanted to stop and get a Whataburger. And, so I did not let him eat inside. I did not let him use my bathroom. So then he complains to his dispatch, the people that hired him to do the job. saying that I was very inconsiderate and I would not let him use the facilities, and there should be a place for them to come eat inside. The whole thing, right? The whole spiel. Oh, just whine. So then I go to take my trash out from up front, and mind you, there's a giant dumpster out there. This dude didn't even throw his trash in the dumpster. He threw it on the ground out by the dumpster. And it's not like it didn't go inside of the dumpster and fell out, or it rolled out the top. This dumpster has 2 sliding doors on the side. Those sliding doors were closed, which means he never even opened them, and he just threw it out into the parking lot. And to make it worse, he had his receipt on the bag, which had his name on it, and the time he stopped, right? So I felt like, okay, cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and forward that receipt over to his dispatch, because he told them he was having vehicle issues, he was having truck issues. So not that he got stuck in traffic. So I just went ahead and forwarded them the receipt. Kind of a turd burglar move, but you know. Yeah, if there's any in there. Is there any in there? I didn't think so. You guys ate them all.
I mean, not me. I'm barely.
Oh, be quiet, fool. You're so full of it. I had a box of Runts in here. Runts is my candy, man. Runts and Gobstoppers. And these degenerates ate my Gobstoppers and my Runts. Cash just asked us, can I have some? I'm like, yeah, there's any in the box. Help yourself. Nope. Empty box, baby. Not a runt in sight. Not a runt in sight. I'm kind of lost. I feel like I'm just... Because we jumped through all the more frogs. Alright, I want to go down this next one. Maybe. Yeah, man, Runts and Gobstoppers. Oh, and Butterfingers. Like, I love Butterfinger. They changed the flavor of the Butterfingers though. And I know that's something that a fatty would say. That's something a fatty would recognize. Well, buddy, I'm a fatty when it comes to Butterfingers. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Sorry, I just had a missed message. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything important. Yep, let's go. It was nothing important, my friends. Nothing more important than you. That was smooth, right? Alright. Oh, there we go. Do you guys like point and click games? Like ENIAC Mansion, Full Throttle, stuff like that. I found a Sonic is Dead game, and I want to play it. I need to play it. I downloaded it. I've got it. Haven't got that far. I think it'd be fun. Ariana wants to play it with me. She loves Sonic. Not so much Sonic, but the red guy that is a turd, not Knuckles. Oh, Shadow. That's it. She thinks he is amazing. We're gonna have to play that Sonic is dead, or who killed Sonic, or Sonic's been murdered, or something along those lines. This guy, I feel fortunate to have survived until now. The main bad guy looks like he's gonna do my taxes. After I beat him, he's gonna be like, okay, like, do your taxes for you. Just this time. You've unraveled our evil plan. Yeah, so point and click games, man, like Day of the Tentacle, awesome. There's a bunch of really good dang it. Indiana Jones point and click games. There's like Steel Sword. Yeah, man. We're gonna play some point and click games, baby. Dang it. Okay. Let's see. Dang it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go way back out here to the side. What? Your excuse.
No, come on.
You ain't getting me with nothing. You ain't getting me with nothing. Dang it, dude. This guy's difficult. This is like $4 already if it's... What do you want, fool? Why are you staring at me?
Say Todd.
Say Todd. Say Todd. Say Todd. That was a horrible joke, buddy.
Chicken. I don't know.
There we go. You know what? I think they could have made a really good Castlevania, man. These dogs wearing armor? Oh, come on. Beat up, but okay, let me tell you. So, outside of fighting games, right? The first time I ever saw... Okay, that should tell you, it sticks with me more than it really should, because it sat with me, made me super uncomfortable. Double Dragon. Double Dragon. You had them chicks with the whips, and you would beat the ever-living crap out of them. And I remember trying my hardest to avoid them, because I was always told you never hit a woman. So even in my video game logic world, I was trying not to beat up women. And dude, I would try to avoid them, and you can't avoid the bad guys in Double Dragon. You can't proceed to the level if you avoid or don't kill them all, right? Or knock them out, or however you want to look at it. So, dude, here I am. I'm trying to play Double Dragon, trying to avoid beating up these women, and they're beating the crap out of me with the whips and nunchucks and whatever else, right? So upset. So upset. And then I remember playing, what was it, Street Fighter? Oh no, Mortal Kombat was Sonya. I remember Sonya, and I had to fight Sonya, and I was so like, oh, until I got my heart broken. Until I got my heart broken. There was this girl we went to school with named Natalie, and I had such a crush on Natalie, and she was such a turd to me, and like she broke my heart, just because she was so mean to me all the time. So like I really had no qualms. I didn't feel that bad about beating up Sonya in Mortal Kombat. I was like, oh yeah? Chip, shoulder? Don't mind if I do. Oh man. Come on, dude. Where's this bad guy at? Where's this main bad guy at? Since I'm in the corridor of hell. Even the jumps aren't that bad. Like, it's a well-built game, especially for what it is. And I guarantee you, people didn't beat this in the arcade. They didn't. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way somebody spent $25 playing this in the arcade to beat this, unless they just had nothing else going on. They were getting beat up by their old lady when they got home. I mean, like, something was going on. You got a lot wrong at home if this is your go-to, right? Like, I'm gonna go beat that game. Listen, I know I'm walking through fire. It's just gonna go so much quicker, or so I thought. Yeah, just not doing that. Wait for one of these soldiers to come to life, take me out. Yeah, I mean, I remember that, man. I remember those fighting games and the women, and like me not want to hit them. Let's see, am I even going the right way? Yeah, they could have made a phenomenal Castlevania. I mean, they could have done a great Castlevania game. Oh, that stinks. I went the wrong way for no reason. Like, look at this. Even these background stuff. I bet it'd be really easy for somebody to reskin this into a Castlevania game. I don't think it'd be too. I say that like I know what I'm talking about. Like, oh yeah, you can reskin it to. I don't know what I'm talking about. But all right, we're gonna keep going this way. We're gonna keep going to the right. There's these losers. The one is directly on top of me. Go all the way to the right and see what happens. Oh, okay. So we'll go to this staircase, go up, and go back down. Maybe. Yeah. Is she just licking herself? Let's see. Man, yeah, they could have done a great Castlevania. Just thinking about it. There's so many wasted efforts on some games, and like, there's series that they just completely forgot about. Like, I think they forgot about Castlevania. I feel like they forgot about Mega Man. And they don't get me wrong, I know they've come out with multiple Mega Man things lately, or past couple years or whatever, but none of them have been good. They haven't updated Mega Man in any aspect. Like, they just haven't. The newest thing they tried doing, in my opinion, was that battle whatever Mega Man Battle, whatever. I don't even know what it was called. And I feel like that was absolute garbage too. Dang. Okay. Got the hot little goth chick. Okay.
You are very dangerous.
You
Be
are
dead
very
down
dangerous. Be dead down here. Okay. Oh. Look at something. Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna be one of those things, man. Like, if you had quarters, that you would do, because you're not gonna be able to kill those things on the floor. You're just constantly pooping them out, right? So watch. When I start the game, I am in the midst of these little booger things. So yeah, there's no way to do that. Give me 2 seconds, man. Let's see. Gotta put the controller on the kneecap. So you know you're serious, baby. Put the controller on the knee. It's a gross little creature, though. Man, the game I wish was playable was Bart versus Space Mutants, man. I really do. I wish that was more playable, because I've got so many memories of it being a good game when I was a kid. I went back to it a couple months ago. It's not there, dude. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. There we go. Yeah, I went back to it, and it's just not there. Bart versus Radioactive Man, that was not fun. Like, is this what death looks like? I hope not. I'm gonna be super disappointed. Oh, you just fall into the clouds like pudding. Come on, dude. Sorry, they keep texting me at work like I'm still there. Crazy that they don't understand that I'm not there. And this takes precision and skill. And how do I ever expect to be a Nintendo master? How do you guys expect me to be a high-performing streamer? That's not what they call them. What do they call them? Esports, yeah. How do you expect me to be an esports? Come on, dude. You know what it is? I don't have a $400 computer chair. That's what it is. Because if I did, this wouldn't be happening right now. Okay, listen. Man, the jump becomes sloppier and sloppier. See, like, oh, I should have landed on that platform right there, but I didn't. Okay, so all excuses like to the side though. It is time for a new controller because this thumbstick is worn out. I bought this controller secondhand. It's this little weird micro. It's a mini Xbox controller. It's wired. Who is this? A Power or Power A. It's a little wired controller, but it's a mini Xbox controller. And I've got these big old silly banana hands. This thing fits great in my hands. And I feel like I've got more control of this controller. Dang it. Okay. We can't go out like this, friends. Dang it, dude. He keeps committing magicianide. Those orbs are starting to make me so not happy. See, that was just me being impatient. Dang it. Okay, you know what? Let's go this way. Nope, that is the only way I see. Okay. You wanted all the quarters. Cool. See, if it wasn't for those things, obviously it'd be easier, which would defeat the purpose of you stealing all my quarters. Dang it, dude. I'm starting to get super upset. See, like, come on, dude. It didn't, he didn't jump on the block. Okay, that was my fault. freaking bounce back. See, yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's try it again. Can we try the D-pad, man? Let me try the little D-pad. Hopefully that was my fault. Oh, buddy. That was my fault. Just rushing it because I know those stupid orbs are coming, man. That wasn't me. I didn't even touch the D-pad. I didn't even touch the control at that point. See, dude, I tried getting on the platform. It just didn't have it. Come on, dude. All right. That was pretty lame. Dude, see, that little air jump thing started to kill me. Okay. There we go. Parker? Who are you calling? Your adopted parents don't want you. What are you trying to figure out, bud? Too small still. Yep. What size are those? Look at the tag. Look on the leg. There's a sticker on the leg. What are the two numbers? So you need 38, which is what I wear. Just crazy. Let me see. What shirt? Yep. Okay. Well, I guess. Have you heard? Are they on their way any point in time soon? Where did this come from? Yeah. Walmart. Put them in the bag with the paperwork, whatever it was with it. Okay, so put it in the bag. See what people won't listen. I told them we're gonna get him some pants that fit. And his mother didn't want to listen to that. She said, no, I'm going to order them online. Still ordered the wrong size pants. So I can only teach so much. Ladies, with your samurai swords. Oh, come on, man. Well, luckily they just jumped over me, right? Dang it. Them skanks are tough. Them redheads, boy. Don't mess with them. Nope. Get out of here. Dang it. Oh, fire. But I wonder what else is down there, though. There's some steps. What's the deal with the cats and the ninjas? They're all women. And I'm all... No, I didn't say anybody. I said cats. I'm all for equal rights when it comes to hiring. But equal rights, equal fights. This is crazy. They want all your quarters, dude. Dang, dude, come on. Sorry, you gotta hear that. Some people just don't care or use any consideration. It's kind of walk through life all loud and aggressive. Yep. Let's see. Dang it. I thought I was cooked. Dang it. Well, I got these crazy picks jumping around and slicing with swords. Just trying to live my best life, and they're just ruining everything for me. They'll do that. Dang it, dude, they were all over me. Like flies on Pope. I gotta find a way out of here. These women are making it any easier for me. Dang it. Doing her stupid little dance. I could jump too, losers. He skewered me like a kebab. Okay. Come on. Let's do this. I got you. You got me. I got you. Come on. Dude. This better be a boss, because he is taking a huge chunk of my dollars. It's gotta be right. He's gotta be like a boss. Speaking of bosses, you know Rick Ross was a security guard? He calls himself a boss. I wasn't saying he was a boss. I'm saying he's a security guard. He was a security guard.
Come on, nice guy. But your life is mine very
But your life is mine very soon. This dude, super aggressive. Aye. If you don't have kids, when you do, realize they will always ask for money. Even though they don't need money, they're gonna ask for it. Well, these books I got, these books of knowledge and wisdom.
Yes, I made a mistake.
Yes,
but the
I
fight
made
is
a
yet to
mistake,
begin.
but the
My
fight
spirit
is yet to
never dies.
finish. My spirit never. So it's just like a boss dash. It's just gonna be a bunch of bosses in a row. All the bosses you've already fought. Aye. What? That's why they're out there. As soon as they got out there, they issue 2. So I don't know. Holy crap. You know how mad. Oh my god. Could you, man, listen. You're in the arcade playing this. You get this far for the final boss. And it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna have you fight every single boss all over again. And I know it was a lot, and I know it was horrible, and I know, but you know what? We need those quarters that you have, sir. We're not expecting you to leave this bad boy with any of those quarters in your pocket. And then soon we're gonna go from quarters to tokens. So you can't when you cash in that $5, buddy, you're using it all here. You're using it all here, not at the car wash, not to make a phone call. You're going to use all your money here on this game. Right here. And you've already come too far. You've already come too far. You're not going to leave. You're not going to walk away from this. You're not going to walk away and play Street Fighter. You're not going to. You're not going to do that. Come on. Come on. Who knows you? Who knows you better than the arcade machine? Who knows you better than the arcade change machine? Nobody. Oh, it's a. Now you start beating on her and she falls. I like it. Oh, redheaded homegirls are like, nah. I think after I kill her, they die too. Yeah. Man, you know how mad. Oh my god. And this fat turd. You're working my nerves. You're working my nerves, Knight. Knight in fat armor. Oh my goodness. This buffet of a man is very strong. Take the form hero for the last battle. Let's go with this dude. I don't think I've had him yet. Oh, dude, I didn't even get to keep it. How lame are you? Dude, all right. Let's see. I got this little. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Watch, he's got like 10 more forms. There's no way, dude. So I had to fight all those bosses and now just you and I'm done. Look at all these books. That's it? We're just dropping books in a place. Not gonna give me anything cool. I'm not gonna get a background design. Okay. Well, I mean, the game is over. Or just like know what all the books did. Let's watch. I don't think anything great's gonna happen. Okada. Japanese have some awesome names, man. They could have made a really, really good Castlevania. That's it. Okay. Well, friends, I mean, dude, it's okay. We played a game that you've probably never heard of or seen before. Or I sure haven't. And it was cool. Wasn't the best, but it was cool. But that's kind of the awesome part about old games and vintage games and retro games, right? Finding something you maybe didn't know existed or you've ever played and get to look at it and take a gander, peep under the hood, you know? So thanks for hanging out with me while we did that, man. I know it wasn't that interesting game, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I talked to a crazy person for a little bit, made some dad jokes, and you were there for it. So, guys, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday night. I hope tomorrow's even better for you. Just know that you are loved by someone and you are very important to someone. And no matter how bad things get, man, there's always somebody out there for you. Guys, have a great night. Have a blessed night. And I will see y'all later this week, God willing. All right, guys. As always, thanks for hanging out with me.